something to say about that. Fast towards the apartments here. It's a 4-man stack. oSee and Elige will deal with this. You can hear them just trundling through the boiler room. Util, that's going to be a moto smoke and flashes galore.
4 in mid and already 2 on the floor. Techno, Bartak forced to watch.
Oh, they're going B. B's open.
Yeah, I mean, you only had to lose 2 of your players to sell it.
I'll take the plant. That's a trade of some variety.
Of sorts. If he can get pushed up CT, I'd get excited. bLitz has opted for Ruins. It makes sense. Annihilation hasn't got confirmation.
Oh, it's all clear, boys. It's very, very clear.
Well, Score might have a flank of sorts. Oh, no. Yeah, no. Elige denies with a great click of the mouse, leaving only 2. Score with nothing to report after his Oilers lurk. Finds himself watching bLitz and Annihilation get run at by 5 rather healthy Liquid members. They don't have to rush. Smoke kit on Nitro. Keep track of that coming in from Banana. He's actually used it for the coffin position. bLitz will take contact. Smoke to actually buy him some survival, but not anymore. He's lost his teammate, lost his compatriot, and bLitz loses his head. Flawless.
Yeah, I think that there's an air of hope for IHC, and I think everybody's excited to see an Asian team progress from the play-ins to the group stage. That's great. Some of the Counter-Strike, obviously Maui highlighting Annihilation, getting a lot of props for his more clutch or flary rounds in play. But realistically, this one here should be a quick affair, a quick day at the office. Liquid should be whirring into action here if they want to have any hope of going through Group A in towards the playoffs over there in the Spodek Arena. But let's see. We know IHC is sharp. We're more than happy to build the story that these guys definitely aren't like everybody else from the region. But this is a whole different opponent here. A 4 spike. Let's see a few Deagles, a MAC-10, and a couple of Galils dotted across the purchases. And the super sub. Bartak definitely with some impact on the jiggle. We'll confirm the position of oSee up on the porch balcony. And back towards Banana. So keeping the CTs moving and grooving. You can see in float right now will be Elige. A CT smoke deployed.
Begin waiting for his own.
Yeah, calling the bluff.
And perfectly timed with his own deployment.
They can actually worm into this and have a pop flash and explode through it here with a redeploy of the CT smoke. That looks like what's happening.
Nitro could get caught off by this, but faffing around with his nades. The flash for their swing. Your Kinder's going to put them in flames, so if you lose your vision as you stray through the flames, it could get awkward. Nice coverage as they do attempt to cross through pool. Nitro good on the FAMAS. Damage inflicted, and another bomb plant courtesy of bLitz. Gets it in. 5 versus 4, and they're already so low. Significant damage has been done to that Galil on Bartak.
Only 1 kit. We've been caught off time. Out of time. Time has been a big issue in a lot of the matches we've been casting here.
Yeah, Liquid going to have to start getting their chickens in a row. On their way. And still worried about that clock. You do want to see these frags rather soon. They're going to all come in quick succession. 2 at Annihilation. 1 more needed. And Elige is gone. They'll take it. The second round force into Liquid, and bang. IHC immediately get Liquid down a peg.
Yeah, that's going to be frustrating very early for the North Americans. It looks good. They get that opening exchange on towards the B site. Here it is again. You think, okay, number advantage, plenty of time. They've got the kit, they've got the smoke, and then just getting stripped apart here. Annihilation with a double score with 1 and getting fired up early here. Going to bring Liquid down into the mud of the 4-spy wars. They're going to equip whatever they can here, and it's just going to be pistols aplenty. But this is a foundation possible for IHC now. Very comfortable on Inferno. There was no doubt in my mind that they would have been picking this map today. The other day, just before the matchup against Pain, I believe it was, I said to Techno, I said, what map are you picking today? He went, Inferno, I think, and laughed. So I went, oh, okay, well, that seems quite confident to me.
Certainly, I like the approach IHC have on this map. It seems like it's the most in tune with what the very premium teams here at Katowice can lay down. AKs, Galils, and a conversation has been had. Why not? When you're all there. Yeah, and I think Liquid have got a little second to rotate through. They have an inkling it's coming towards the second letter.
No point braving this here. Yeah, take your time, boys. Don't risk it against the pesky pistols. Take your time, but there's 4 players here regardless, but it doesn't matter if they do hit the shots. It will be chaotic. Lots of angles to clear. Oh, and there's one. Nice boost.
Yeah, but they're going to go on this. There is still a little bit of grounds to be concerned as Yakinda reveals his tight corner. Backs are turned as oSee gets another. And just like that, Liquid with 3. Yakinda down on new box should facilitate a plant. Ruins and Deep CT. Naf Speedway on his way. Smoke on Naf. No kit. It was threatening. More casualties than they'd have liked, but IHC just need to put it in. Annihilation with quick headshots left and a right. Good night, Liquid. Give it a good go. Good shake of the stick, but it's IHC with 2.
That's going to be frustrating if you're Liquid because you stacked the correct bomb site. You made it expensive. You had a number advantage. Then sure, the rifles, they have bigger firepower, but they just went bang, 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 and it was all over in a blink of an eye right there. So great shooting from IHC. bLitz even had a residual smoke here. They didn't opt to use it. They were just happy to take the fights towards CT and the Coffin's position and just hit all those shots. But you can see this 2-on-4 situation.
Yeah. Beautiful recovery. I mean, both of those rounds from IHC were in the disadvantaged position.
And now they're going to be emboldened knowing that they can get away with those type of executes throughout this game on towards the B bomb site. So Liquid might need to be a little bit riskier with their A plays, maybe more aggressive in Boiler and Halls, trying to deal with this default of bLitz and Bartak, who is about to get a bit of a rude shock. Hey guys, there's 4 of them in the apartments.
4. Yep, bLitz licks his lips as they charge into his domain. Speed of a 4. The 5th eludes him. Elige with a scavenged AK for a moment and a nice spray onto score.
Gentlemen, the B bomb site, there's nobody home, and you would love another bomb plant. So they lose another body in all of this, and eventually they will send Annihilation off to plant. But now seeing if they can remove this AK. Techno, so many positions that Elige could have gotten off to during this. Look where bLitz is. He just doesn't want to die. He's over towards Graveyard right now, just holding on to this AK, and Elige trying to do the same in the chicken pit. So it will be the 3rd round for IHC here. A very, very solid start. I don't think there'll be too many worries about the expensive nature of 2 of those deaths because they've gotten the bomb down in round after round, which is fantastic for the finances.
Yeah, and that's fantastic for bLitz's stats as well, getting the 4 on the eco.
Now we're in the Go TV here, Alex. Who's Crosshair? I guess we can wait until the next round does really, truly kick off to see. But what have we got? We've got a nice yellow one on Annihilation. Him and Techno seem to be sharing.
Yeah, I'm
the dot on Elige.
A bit of a fan of the dot. Certainly, if you can make it work for you, I think that looks pretty damn gangster.
Some thin boys on oSee and Nitro. They've got some...
I like a bit more thickness.
Yeah, I agree. I think Blitz's is quite nice. It's small, but it's a bit chubbier. That could be like out of context caster lines.
Crosshairs, by the way.
Yeah, we're talking about crosshairs, guys. But if somebody wanted to make a funny little, TikTok, I think that's what the kids are doing these days. That might be good.
Or hopscotch.
Is that a new platform?
No, that was just our version of TikTok back in the day.
Ah.
You just drew some chalk on the ground and entertained yourself for an hour.
We have a small tech issue here. Just a small one, not a large one.
How did you gauge the scale of
Well, the producer said we have a small tech issue here.
Oh, good.
So I stole his line.
Yeah, you did.
Word for word.
But if anything, it just makes me more curious. I want to know how it was perceived.
I don't know. Maybe we can get a camera on the small tech issue.
Yeah,
it was called by Naf_fly. So I would assume that he is the gentleman with the tech_issue of the small variety.
You think that's a protein shake, or do you think he's just using the shaker for aesthetics?
I think they just do the shakers because it looks a bit nicer.
It does look nice.
Yeah. But these new hand warmers, I see some people on the interwebs who are asking questions. Do you know much about the electronic hand warmers?
I was unbelievably targeted with ads for them for the last week and the lead up to Katowice.
Okay.
So much so that I grew familiar with them. You can rip them apart. There's 3 or 4 different heat settings.
Wow.
Yeah, it can go very hot. And it also functions as a portable battery if you wanted to charge your phone.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Right. And you
Look
can
at that.
split them in half for one in each hand, or go for the double whammy as you see them opting for.
The double whammy. Yeah, because you could have them in your pockets.
Yeah, 1 in each pocket, 1 in each glove. That's probably not wise, actually.
I don't know. We should read the instructions.
Yeah, we should. Yeah.
But as you can see here in our lovely little ticker, send us all your love using the hashtag IEM. If you want to tag myself or Machini GTV.
That's what they call me.
Yeah, we like to see what you have to say. But
I'd like people's pictures, Chad. pitch us...
Pictures?
Pictures, maybe. Or pitches.
Oh.
For
Tra-la-la-la-la-la.
like a Counter-Strike version of a show. You know, do you want to see the Counter-Strike Bachelorette? Do you want to see Counter-Strike...
reality TV.
Yeah, you know, Love Island.
Survivor.
Survivor. Oh, that would be a show.
Well, we might have a Survivor here today between OG and Mouse, also kicking things off on Inferno. And this is the A-Stream game. This might be a tightly contested affair. Some young guns in the server from either squad. Some heavy hitters, that's for sure. And a beautiful painting being illustrated here.
My textures are never that high. I don't think I've ever been able to appreciate the
now,
art.
It is a not live scenario here, everybody.
Attack into attack.
Yeah, so things were not sorted. Hopefully we can get it sorted. There you go. It's all right. We get a little bit baited into that one. We can continue rambling here, something we're pretty good at. But I did want to say something about League Ops. I would like to hear from League Ops or player management. So maybe if they either or are listening right now, they could let production know. Are the hand warmers per player? And do the players get to take those hand warmers with them? Or are we sharing hand warmers?
Great question. One we need answered as soon as possible.
So if we could get that through the pipeline, in whichever way the information comes to us, I would like to know really quickly.
I'm calling it right now, Chad. Annihilation's about to win the round for IHC. I've seen it.
Production is seriously asking.
I'm in the future. And Annihilation will be winning this round. It looks like Yikind is going to be exciting. And obviously, I don't blame the Observer team for watching him. But, you know, I've been to the year 3000.
All right, Andre.
Not much has changed. Yeah, I really shouldn't be doing busted lyrics. Flashes us up. And mid is theirs. Liquid. A four-man defense if Yikind can get over to Arch in time. Elige smoked off and actually throwing a smoke of his own design. As bLitz and Score connect nicely onto Long. Now, good flash. Look at that. oSee didn't get anything done. I tell a lie. Found one just before the flash did pop, but the site is lost. And only Nitro, as the smoke does fade, advancing into a near impossible retake.
I'd say this is the ill-advised decision here to go for this, but getting an upgrade would be very, very nice. And Nitro thinking exactly that. Scoops up the AK-47, makes it sound cute while doing so, but should be able to back off here without too many dramas. And we have to note the quickness in the reaction of IHC. They saw Yikind being hyper-aggressive down Banana with that MP9. They realized that there was likely 3 players on that side of the map, which means the Arch side is very susceptible. The rotating player needs to come back. Smoke to Library, smoke to Arch. A quick play through. Elige trying his luck. And both him and Yikind got dealt a dud hand right there. And quite a well put together round from IHC there. So turning heads early here on Inferno. I gave my history lessons about IHC the other day, but I suppose I can repeat some of the stuff. But we'll wait till the game simmers in a little bit more,
Yeah, for sure. There's plenty of time for that, especially with IHC 4 rounds up. I mean, this is T-Side Inferno. It is their map pick, and if ever the conversation was going to get any more spicy about IHC here in the groups, already making it through the play-ins, you're already playing against, you know, more games than some in Katowice, which is going to do wonders for the experience. Never mind the experience for Bartak, who's come in as a sub and is now like getting not only European Counter-Strike, gets to play some North American Counter-Strike as well. Yeah,
Cabal's at home wondering if his spot is safe anymore. So, boys, it's good you made it to the group.
I am.
I would like to play the next event, please. So, this is going to be quite an early timeout taken here from Liquid. So, an opportunity for the Brain Trust, which would mainly consist of Daps, the coach, Nitro, the in-game leader, and I'm sure Yikind has an awful lot to say in situations like this. But with that saved rifle of Nitro, they do cobble together a bit of a buy. Light on in some key pieces of utility, and well, namely diffuse kits here are non-existent unless oSee invests on the way out spawn, and he will not. So we all know Kit Watch high on my agenda. A nice default spread to kick things off again here. Not too much of a lean or pressure towards second mid. It will just be babysat by Bartak with 4 towards T stairs. And they are jostling for control right now.
Yeah, both teams just puffing up their chest. Incendiary forces out and extinguish. Nade was there as well for some damage. Not too much to report. Score low, but Yikind 6 feet low. The Techno with the finds. And oh my god, he gets another. How is the man still alive? He was brought low in the first engagement, still has the capacity for a second, and now Liquid. Yeah, this is a little alarming. They actually call upon Elige for the hero maneuver. Score is staring at this. He is not! Oh! No problem for Elige. Straight round the smoke. We'll find both. and immediately returns Liquid to a competitive round.
Some issues here. Everybody from Liquid's rotated over, so there is a gap towards A, but right now IHC aren't moving. About 45 seconds left on the clock, and if aggression kept coming, Annihilation was the most forward with the bomb. Now they've chopped and changed their avenue of assault here. They can execute in towards A for free, but for some reason Liquid seem to be banking on the fact that they'll be finishing towards the second letter of their alphabet after that early exchange.
Yeah, and hear that smoke. You're already going to start getting a bit inquisitive on B. That's suspicious. Smoke Moto, redundant, but bomb should be going down soon. You can see that they are still a bit hesitant. IHC, it is a little too quiet. Liquid are on their way now. Still have yet to see the plant as they are starting to feel that this site is open. 8 seconds, 7. As Annihilation tucks himself in for a safe plant. Now we see Longside, leads through the apartment on the low HP, going to try and catch the timing. It is oSee on the kit.
Now they did have a kit.
Where did that come from? Well, now he's only got $200. He did buy one.
Okay, I guess I took my eye off the prize there. Liquid didn't.
Well, it's necessary, it's relevant, and it's gone. Bartak, clean headshot. Slows down Liquid's crawl. This gets uncomfortable now. Naf is staring at a smoke. Alicia's thinking better of it, and yeah, that was enough. Give this one up. You don't want to be losing it all.
IHC, the everyman hero right now. The fact that these guys, right, they get to this stage of the tournament, they beat a big scalp like Furia, who, look, I'm sure the conversation could be had about the roster, the sum of its parts. Lots to be said, but all in all, Furia were in the semifinals of the last major, and they get pipped at the post here by the Mongolian side. And just the way they've started this game here, it feels like, Counter-Strike is the same like we play back at home. We just need to start believing, have this confidence, especially with shots like this from Techno. Fantastic work from him. The double up in Banana is great. Alige tried a two-piece feed of his own right here, but too little too late. Well maneuvered from that of IHC. Some good calling early from bLitz. Yeah,
no doubt about that. Yeah, I think it's the way in which they beat Furia as well. I thought, and I think many did, fell into the category of watching that that Mirage, was it 15-11 into OT and then a flawless OT, and I was like, oh.
The mental collapse, yeah.
God, I mean, in terms of age, in terms of experience, it was just, it was impressive to see the way in which they came into that third map, and I think it gave me a little bit of ground to expect something here up against Team Liquid. No doubt it is still David versus Goliath, but if Liquid have a bad day in the office, first one back, a little wobbly, perhaps out of the gates, it could very well be IHC's chance just to get that shank into the rather wobbly horse.
And we did hear from Yakinda, he's not feeling too well, right?
Yeah,
so
true.
What ramifications is that going to have on his level of play? He said he was confident in his team. Well, so far, Alicia's been playing well, but knocked down to 62 points of health by bLitz's inquisitive glance through the chicken pit. Now, it was a second timeout burnt there from Liquid, and we did see Spirit just before burning timeout after timeout to really no avail in their matchup against FaZe. So clearly flustered here, North American side, and Nitro down the back pocket, 45 points of damage with that HE. That is going to soften him up for...
Look at this, Apps walking out. And Bartak just given a freebie.
Take another. He can't. Good shooting from Naf there to draw one back. Still the low HP of Nitro and Alige. They're very susceptible here.
Yeah, these preserved rifles. Showing up now. One towards the A side. The only one on A. Can Naf really do anything more? Annihilation. Good for it. Nice clear onto Naf. Leaves it really wide open for that bomb plant. And an unlikely retake. No kit. Little armor on Nitro. And I guess just going to try and catch some members of IHC on the way out the door. Look at that. Info given. Bodies dropped. Nearly a sixth. Just a leash. And he's on his way back out to save that M4.
Yeah, but these have been relatively clean, right? Sure, there's been a couple of extra casualties in some of these rounds. You take a look at the round timeline. 1 surviving, 2 surviving, everybody going down with the bomb. 3 alive, 2 alive. It seems kind of close, but in just the fashion in which IHC have been able to draw these rounds back and how sharp some of the shots have felt, it's never felt desperate, right? It's felt very, very clinical once they are set up in the correct positions here. 6 rounds already on Inferno. Okay.
Yeah, I mean, something I'm hoping to be not seeing much of, Chad, but something I am still hesitant that may crop up is IHC's tendency to be close and do brilliant and then have a couple of those classic Counter-Strike egg on the face moments. If they can just avoid that, even if it's a close game, just in order to avoid the gimmies. I would like to see all of the gimmies converted. I think that would be a huge, development for a team of this caliber.
Sure. Right. The sure things being converted is a necessity if you want to be able to
level,
at this level.
You don't have to give them much.
Precisely. Well, Score looks like he's going to push through this smoke. This is a premeditated maneuver. So the molly and the smoke, a gap to work with here to maintain some top banana control. So a lot of pressure already applied to Liquid. And if you look at the radar on the top left-hand side of your screen, you can see very little information for them top mid. Elysia just flashed himself forward to get something back, knowing that they needed an info play. So right now, the glances towards A are giving them a little bit of a reward, but Techno, through the flames, through the fire, takes down Yakinda, and they're into B.
Just like that. A force.
Save. You're saving. You're not coming for this one, Liquid. 7-1.
Techno, given the Molotov, given the choice of burn your tootsies and leave or take the fight, he opts for the latter and deletes. That's a round-winning fight taken by Techno.
They're running away with this first half here. You've got multiple members bearing down on that 10K mark already. This is way too easy. And you consider what this means for a region, right? Not just Mongolia, but Asia. It's been a region where maybe we have a good performance from Tyloo, maybe.
Travel issues for the Mongols.
Maybe the Mongols beat Renegades once upon a time. Occasionally, things start to come together. But if a team could beat a team like Liquid, Furia, whoever comes next, right? We start to have a real conversation. And that could unlock a region which we know has a big bunch of players, but we never really get to see them competing on this top level.
I didn't think Counter-Strike could get cooler, but if Asia becomes a viable region at the top of Counter-Strike, I don't even know.
Yeah, I'm really trying to will this into existence because with part of that, they can drag Australia along for the ride because it's been...
Your practice would get better.
Exactly. It's been many a years. Oh, dear.
3.
It is hot in there. 3 timeouts in 8 rounds of play.
We get the AC a little hotter for Liquid. My goodness.
Boys, go outside, cool off. It's about, -1, -2 out there. You might need it.
Okay. And look how much cash they've got as well. Like, they've created a lovely silk cushion for them to sit their bottom upon.
What a start this is.
13 grand on Annihilation. That's Orps for days. Should he desire. Speaking of Orps, we'll get to see oSee equipped with one for our next round of play. Round 9, IHC's pick and flying out of the gates with 7 Liquid Amiga pistol round to boast. The only round in which they managed to have 5 alive.
I'm curious to see how things will unfold on Overpass regardless of the result in this map, because for IHC, being from a region like Mongolia, playing within Asia, a map like Overpass definitely not played to anywhere near the highest levels. Inferno's a bit easier to replicate with the demos that you watch. The understandings on a map like Overpass a bit different. And check this out, knowing that Liquid will likely fight for Banana, a triple HE stack towards Car will not net any damage, but the idea quite nice. oSee with the big green starting to prop himself up.
It's funny. Sorry.
No, you're
right.
Triple
nade, and immediately Yakinda starts rotating off. I don't know why that's a cue for him, but he's like, well, probably not going to be here. Would rather bolster on towards A long, and he's got himself there in time. They can boost this AWP. Makes sense when you got oSee equipped with that.
See, their missed smoke, Liquid's missed smoke actually caused a couple of issues here for oSee getting full control.
Interesting AWP duel, maybe.
Should be a flash.
A tight line.
Barrel,
but that's going to lull him into it. Oh, the flash. You nailed it. So did Techno. Sets up Score, and they might just charge. You know, they don't tend to respect all the smokes thrown out by Nitro. This time he will. For now, setting up and establishing a different boost.
No one's rotating. He's on his own.
Why?
There's a lot of pressure here. Noise, sound cues now as well. Nitro's going to be screaming.
Yeah, Naf's considering a rotation and lining up for a resmoke. They can go for the full util. Nitro is going to get very hot and bothered. Actually, second oranges. Yeah. Oh, options minimal. He's in the only place they have to clear. Flash to support, flash to delay, and they're on their way. Elise from behind. We'll check in on that later.
Time here, 20 seconds.
Annihilation's caught him. Nitro falls. It's all into that spray. It should be enough to get the bomb down. I don't think Naf's going to be in a position to deny unless he hits a perfect bang. Techno. Some speculative bullets. Don't find the mark. Naf unannounced for now. Upon the fade, though. And after the nade, Techno's been heard towards that dark position, playing the gap, and yeah, Annihilation makes it 2.
They've won the half in 9 rounds of play. This is crazy. This is actually insane. Liquid won the pistol and the scoreline's 8-1.
Yeah, I need a reality check. Hang on.
I know that we had a break. Did you take a nap? Are we in a dreamscape right now?
I think so, yeah. No, I think it's fully simulated. This isn't real.
Liquid, you're in a bit of trouble here. I know there's cash to spread around and get out another well, something that resembles a buy, but
I think Annihilation could buy the entire Team Liquid buy right now, if he wanted to.
They'd be very happy with that. Well, we have the ult for oSee again, and maybe has to find a fight exactly like that.
Lovely.
So Annihilation in the dirt, an opening pick for Liquid, a good start into round 10. But they need to throw together a streak of rounds. One's not going to be enough here. Thanks, Captain Obvious.
Appreciate it. And in they trudge. Techno has no issues. He's on a heater today, as that's a double headshot entry into the B site. Liquid, they started with an opening as well, and it's already just come crumbling down around them. Elige, with only a FAMAS, tries to be the hero. He's going around ruins. He's going to see what he can find, see if he can incite his team and excite his team. oSee with another contribution. That might will them forwards. Might will them forwards. Kit on NAF. Bomb is half gone. 20 seconds, lads. You want to get a wiggle on here.
This one's over. You're going to lose everything. It all. They're losing all the bomb radius. It doesn't matter. Run, hide, try and get out of there. You're going to go down with the bomb here. You better skedaddle, boys. Oh, okay. Just got out of dodge and just retain that AWP. But the reaction, they lose the opening pick. They go up banana. They pop flash in. They pressure. They hit some bangers. That late flash, you saw them reposition. I forget the individual who was in banana, but he went back to logs through the entry flash, flashed every single player on the retake for Liquid here.
Jeez Louise. So 10 rounds of play, and the opening duels boil down to a 6-4 spread in favor of IHC. oSee, of course, with that opening.
That's all 4 timeouts for Liquid gone within 10 rounds.
Well, understandable when you're staring down the barrel of what could be a destructive half, both mentally and, well, physically. Here in the server, there's really not much more Liquid can do than cross their fingers and toes and step up their game. IHC making a statement here on their map.
Look how cool Mara is about this. I don't think they've ever been up against a team of Liquid's caliber like this ever before.
In a $1 million tournament in Europe.
It's going quite well, isn't it?
It's not going badly, Chad. I think that's safe to say. Ooh, Yakinda trying his fancy pants aggressive maneuver. Last time we saw an E-jerk reaction into the A site. Ouch. Annihilation's going to be a little bit softened up by that one. Down to 29, a good HE.
Well, how do they deal with this, right? You're right. Before they did just snap in towards a bit of an A play. This time, taking their breath and stock, as it seems, because they haven't rushed into this.
Yeah, it's enabled the Nitro rotation. Lead ready for the extinguish. Ooh, blind. Will they find that frag on quad, looking for another opening.
Techno didn't see him. It was just speculative right there.
Yeah, and he's got a nice gap on this. Perfect. A manufactured frag from Elige. Give Liquid back-to-back openings. They have to be able to convert this one, though.
I would be very worried if they don't. They fought for mid and banana, right?
And what have they got left? 2 smokes? Okay.
Yeah, it's not going to be a potent execute by any means. And coming up short here, this is very hard fights. Exactly like that. Blitz's flash takes barn attack. Naf gets the kill. Blitz gets one back, however. Mid to B? Mid to B is not a bad call.
Around the world. Uh-oh. oSee looking like a bit of a Daft Punk now as he's lost his chance, lost his window. Does connect onto Techno, but the time has passed and the cross is through. He has to surely buy time now for his teammates. Nitro and Elige coming to join him from Banana. Score catches a little flack from the nade. They can't let this one slip. No, no, no. Naf, not ready.
Blitz has a molly. Throw it now.
Now it's perfect. Oh my God. It is actually perfect. Little bit of a gap on that. Elige's ready to swing through. Going to catch him by surprise. Score just committing to the spray, and it falls all onto bLitz. One. Oh, and the spray is good. One-on-one. oSee saves Liquid from what would have been destruction of mental.
Oh, it's hard. This is definitely an uphill battle. No matter how Liquid are getting close in these rounds, they're having to fight tooth and nail for this one, and immediately they lose a round. It looks like a signal for a timeout there from Mara. Probably just get on the boys. This is going great. Don't worry about it. We could have won that one too. Blitz almost controls this for the third. He could have even dipped away, right? He didn't need to commit to that fight right there, but he was feeling himself. And Well, when the game has gone this fast in your favor, you're a bit more emboldened to take those type of fights. He could have toyed with the AWP right there.
Dip,
exactly,
awkward.
right? But this is the thing. In these type of moments, to have that peace of mind.
And it also, you probably haven't, at that exact moment, been able to process if you've killed the AWP or not. You don't know whether or not it is going to be that kind of duel. If it was a rifle, he's probably immediately coming into that spray, and you can see why you'd make that decision.
Well, this is where there can be a bit of an uppercut to Liquid here, and I think Mara, the coach of IHC, knows this by taking that timeout. Sure, they won that round, but guess what? Only one player stayed alive. We win this one. We got 10 rounds, likely 11. 12 would be great. Hey, why not get all 13 if we can?
Let's find out. Starting with that three-man lean, Liquid towards B.
This is a good call here. They might go for something a bit more apartments poppy immediately. So Naf, he'll have to be dealing with the play from either Graveyard or Pit. You've got Elige up on the balcony on the porch side, while the other three are still dealing with Banana, but IHC are already crawling towards A with some indication of the hit.
They've got good territory.
It's on Naf, Alex.
It's all on Naf. And, oh, so much damage. 3 from Naf. Straight into the apartments, and that cancels all hopes and dreams of a 10th here in our 12th.
Couldn't ask for more there, could you?
I mean, perfect timing as well. Just as the leader of the pack has jumped, completely inaccurate, and the rest unable to spot him out. Nice move on the MP9.
Yeah, a bit unfortunate timing there for bLitz. He swooped past with the mouse on that trash clear, but now just Annihilation. Looked tidy in some clutch attempts yesterday, but this one, I think this is a whole different story. Some damage would be nice, but a good round from Liquid nonetheless.
Yeah, he's hoping he catches one of these hunters. Like Elige, Annihilation being pulled down. Nice handling by Liquid. There you go. That's their second flawless round from Liquid in the 3 rounds they've managed to find.
A smile creeping onto Elige's face right there, so they could still salvage this.
Yeah, absolutely.
6 rounds for Liquid, a pistol round on the T-half. Getting back into action. But this is great from Naf, right? And a very good position to play peekaboo from against the Flash. The Flash was actually a signal to step up. Now, if there was 2 flashes, that may be a different round altogether, but that was not the case. I feel like Naf read that play very well. Good job from the anchor.
oSee. Oh, meets Annihilation. Head on. AWP v AWP, and the Mongolian reigns supreme. Gap on that. Score. This time his trick does not get rewarded. Yakinda will keep Liquid level.
Got to get up pretty early in the morning to be able to pull off a trick like that against Yakinda. Artak only with 2 kills, so you can see that IHC, even though they have been scooping up a lot of rounds here, Artak, the super sub, hasn't had too many contributions as far as the frag charts are concerned. It is the other 4 here, all hovering around the double digits. A 3-man lean towards the B side, so Team Liquid trying to stay ahead of the play. Ah, the dry swing, everyone's favorite.
Sometimes you're just feeling it.
But they do commit towards this A site. It is just Naf. He was the hero in the previous. Can he do it again? Help is on the way.
Yeah, buying
7
time.
seconds.
And they have managed to borrow Yakinda back into the site in time. Oh, good flash. Yakinda's good for it, though. Techno, is he ready for Graveyard? So many things to clear, and good frag out of Naf. Around win. Liquid are closing the gap. This is damage control now. These are compulsory, if they want to stay competitive on their opponent's pick.
Yeah, this is one way for the favorites of this series here just to shrug it off. Yeah, okay, they got off to a good start. They were more warmed up in these conditions. They were feeling themselves. They were feeling confident, but now we pushed them back down into the dirt, and now they will doubt themselves. As you reflect that blitz round again, the 1-on-3, where on reflection, maybe you're still thinking, if I just backed off, we could still be in winning ways, but that's in the past.
Tough.
Oh, another timeout here. 6 timeouts.
I think we could definitely make a montage of the close but no cigar clutches of Katowice. I feel like there's
We had so many day one with the
oodles.
1v3s.
Yeah.
I think we had like 5 or 6 1v3s on our day one, and that was only 4 best of ones.
Yeah, Annihilation's definitely going to be on that list as well. Not forgetting his Mirage Deagles, giving me a little Zywoo vibe.
Tech 9, Mac 10, maybe something a little bit quicker here out of IHC.
I wonder if that NAF triple's kind of going to perhaps have taken a little bit of the wind out of their sails for the charge.
It's going to be a fast day.
It's very quick.
A very fast day.
Yeah, and Yakinda confirms it, but loses his life in the process, so the rotation will be on, but so is the charge. Full flash, run down, Molly will slow, as Annihilation shows no sign of slowing. Forced to now. By Elige's nade, more to come. Bartak swings off the flash, a perfect frag. Need another. Hidden on the site is Elige. oSee in support, and Elige handing out haircuts. 3 on the AK-47. Dab's happy with that one. A big smile on his face. It's definitely a good sign of Liquid's life if Elige and Naf are at the top of the scoreboard.
Oh, for sure. And IHC letting the scrim flow through them right there with that type of maneuver, really taking it out of the box, rolling us back to the 2015 times of just hold W. You see just the flames, the nades, everything just slowing down IHC. Sure, the opening was great, but Elige playing a bit of crossfire here in the site, promoting his own product, and loving that one. Yakinda trying to fire the boys up. Really does have to play that role for this team, regardless of being under the weather.
True, Yakinda as well puts his name in the feed. His 8th frag. An early control of Banana. Techno just pushes! That will get the desk a little bit slammed. Yakinda just gets run at.
Kind of getting a taste of his own medicine in some of these occasions. Like, yeah, dude, we watched you play. It seems to work. We thought we were going to give it a crack. And again, they've just forced such a heavy response here from Liquid. 3 players.
Now is that Bartek's a bit more forward. Typically, he was holding it from the back. He's actually receding.
There's a fight here.
Have action on Banana. Nitro just goes looking off the flash, and oSee good.
They know there's 2 here. Flash assist and oSee with a kill. Do they really want to commit?
They don't. Annihilation starts to back up.
Naf's been such a thorn in the side of this A defense, though.
He's opted for Moto. It's an interesting one. Might want to consider getting himself into the site, or he's playing a little more passive.
Again, the same bottleneck. Force the rotation back, though. Job done.
Yeah, it's mission accomplished. Naf sweeps through. Doesn't know if he's missed them. Didn't miss that one. oSee, his 2nd frag and a big one. Onto the forward position of Techno. Back to B. oSee with a good shot onto Bartak. Annihilation low as well. Runs him down. Gets the headshot to at least perhaps get the bomb down. Naf, he's going to be there in time. Just like that. Okay, what a half. What a recovery from Team Liquid. It was looking bleak at times, but a run at the end of the half. We do see what was 5 in quick succession from Liquid to make a half out of it. We'll see how they recover and how the second half starts when we get back from our break. Grab a drink. Let's see if IHC can start as strong on the second as they did the first. It was an absolute blitz out of the gates, and I'm talking about the player. He is, however, doing solid on 12 frags. I'm struggling to count how many rounds it was.
It was 9-1.
Yeah, well, obviously it was 9 because they didn't win a single round after.
Yeah.
Alex?
9-1.
Yeah.
9 in a row.
So, can we start again?
Yeah, give us the intro again.
It was 9-1 before Liquid woke up, and they are certainly here now. Got the sleep out of their eyes, and we'll see if they can rise to the occasion. It is an important one, of course, the opening game, the opening affair, and one I expect still favors Liquid. Let's see if those Julies from Techno, the bait and switch setup, is going to be implemented. You can see Elysian, Yakinda, two of the sharpest tools in Liquid's shed.
I feel they need to wait.
Oh, it's so baity.
They should wait for oSee here for the half-wall flash. You can't.
Oh, that's solid. That is destruction. Techno unloads. Bartak in tow. There's nades, there's flashes, and a dual Beretta. Only Naf can have anything to say about this one. But, okay, he's saying more than I imagined. Actually, a couple more than I was ready for. There's the smoke to really ensure Bartak's used his full belt of utility.
Well, push your way down, Banana Boys. There's going to be a little bit more to scoop one up. oSee had some nades of his own. Been able to get a flash off the floor. But Naf's the type of guy, it doesn't matter the opponent, especially if it's someone that he knows he is better than, right? He's the type of guy who would just destroy a team like this, and that's likely why we see him at 17 kills so far. So this round, I wouldn't rule him out just yet. I know it seems like a tall task.
If he's allowed to clear logs, I get nervous. And they are bringing them that fight. USP range, okay. Bartak will close. But a destructive start, and a pistol goes their way. We will split pistols down the middle.
It is actually important if Liquid now do decide to go for like a drop to AK, because Naf has 2.9. Otherwise, he wouldn't have had enough to drop an AK here. So if that is a choice that is going to get made by Nitro and Co here, great. But if not, it will just be the full eco. But I was saying they need to wait for oSee for the half-wall flash. There was no waiting. IHC, they got a little bit impatient right there, so snapped into action. And yeah, that's a bit more frustration. That wasn't the same smiles creeping onto the face of Elige as it was in the tail end of that first half.
And he gave someone, what we used to call at school, evils.
The side-eye also.
The side-eye.
Yeah.
Hello. Naf's not done. The Glock, just the start. The Deagle continues to find heads, as that's pretty much the only investment made. Liquid didn't opt for that rifle you mentioned, but he has treated himself. And so does Techno, as he takes a slice of Liquid. 2 down on their advance. Naf will be cut to size, and Bartak starting to better his score already.
Ooh, it could be a plant here. Yakinda has the opportunity to get the bomb down, so the next round of play will be even better for Liquid. The plant all but guaranteed as he bounds in towards B. Bomb down, and now an MP9 for a 1-on-3. All right, Mr. Siki, what do you got?
Oh, you can't really lose or take a single bullet of no armor. The punch might be too much. Let's see how long he can avoid a head-to-head duel. As they're already into the site, bLitz is already on the bomb, and there's the info they needed. That's the end of that, says Techno. God, he's sharp, isn't he? Every time I see someone die to Techno from their POV, he just seems deadly. He's quick to the draw.
Yeah, he's been having a good showing here. 17 years of age, 16 kills to his name. And has just been obliterating when given the opportunity. This man right here on your screen, hopefully we get to see a whole lot more of him. Now, a few casualties. And Naf, yeah.
It's hot. It's hot.
He doesn't care, right? I know that people, he doesn't, you know, but he's just everything. He's just focused, ready to rip heads.
He rarely gets kind of, lost in the moment for a succinct summary. Just stays eyes on the prize and on that crosshair. Look at the slight deviation from the norm. We are going to be seeing Naf and Nitro maneuver the bomb towards the A site early.
Yeah, check out the radar as well. You can see IHC donating a whole lot of util to their B defenders. That's on your radar, that little grenade and smoke icon. So available for the likes of Score alongside of Techno to pick up if they do need it, or when they do need it.
Yeah, seems like a likelihood now, but Yakinda's going to go on a little project up towards Banana, losing half of his health in the process.
IHC just looked more put together today, right? Because we got to cover off on one of their earlier series, and then obviously against Furia it was a bit all over the shop. But okay, ooh, didn't see that one coming. Flash forward, takes the fight, gets a bucket load of info. Nade not bad either, chunks away at 3.
Yeah, very well placed.
Or
He's got another where that came
towards
from.
B. Yeah, we did see that the other day, but they didn't get the chance to use it because the fight came too fast. They are heading back towards B right now, and still 2 players yet to rotate away here from IHC.
bLitz is second guessing his rotation.
I think Liquid are second guessing an awful lot here as well. Don't know if that's where Score wanted that nade to go.
Oh, I can have a go with a flash instead. Techno donates.
It's going to be either a lurk, or yeah, a fake from oSee here, and it's just going to be the one man of Bartak on A to defend against 4. Time, though, starting to become IHC's best friend.
This is a great call. Nitro pulling the strings. Bartek maybe wants to lie in wait. No, reveals himself, which makes it awkward. Ready for this fight onto a Liege. Hard shot to hit. Does deliver it. Needs another. Unable to provide as the bomb will go down, and now a decision to be made. A couple of seconds to spare there. Liquid do end up making the right call.
Yeah, made the most of that Bartak as he could, but there was just way too many bodies to deal with. As soon as they leak out the apartment's position, they're here, there, and everywhere over towards Pit. And now IHC looking for the save. So a good round back here on the T side for Liquid. That'll be their first on the attack. Should be another buy coming out here from IHC with 3 M4s staying alive. Bartak as the apartment's anchor could operate with an MP9, maybe. Oh, actually, he should be able to buy a silenced M4 as well here. It is just Annihilation, who might want to get a scout, right? We know he's the AWPer for the team. If he can be quick and soften up, that means these M4s should be able to finish them off relatively easily. Well, that was the flash forward, and yeah, it looks a bit silly, but was hoping to get some information. You know, 1-for-1 would have been fantastic. He has actually gone with the scout here, so a very strong buy still. The biggest issue is 2 players without a whole lot of utility. Liquid's chance now to get back into things.
Yeah, he's just catching just a slight glimpse of the arm of oSee, actually crossing back as well. He lines up some nades for Yakinda upon the fade.
Elysian to Boiler here very early.
Yakinda starting his adventure towards the top of Banana. Now Techno happy to actively contest this. Score will set him up with a flash, and yeah, Yakinda read that perfectly.
Good call from Techno. If he hung around too long, he could have been zoned out here. So the fact that he drops that, gets away, it means now that Liquid will probably still try and punish towards this sandbag position just in case. And hold up, I actually brought a 3rd man over here.
They might go for this reclear. Here's them coming. Techno gonna have to tuck in. Let's to line up some util as well. They want to re-aggress? They're not so sure. Oh, Yakinda. Catches Score just on the jiggle. Techno for the trade, but Yakinda will take 2 for the price of 1.
They should go A now. They'd likely have a 4v2 here, right? So still slow on this, 30 seconds.
So yeah, bLitz is already scarpering over. Poor Bartak on that side with only Annihilation to provide support. Still, I say that as the scout hits. Snaf limping.
IHC can win this.
See how they go. 18 seconds, Liquid. You have to get a bit of a wiggle on here. Bartek still safe. Annihilation desperate to bait. Hit those no scopes. Yeah, it's looking good.
Ooh.
Happy with that one.
Okay, Yakinda, the only one who seems to be making any noise in the Hall of Heroes right now. You can hear that one echoing throughout. And immediately they're going to take the timeout. I said they could win at IHC. They had the right rotation. They had the bodies there. They just couldn't find any of the fights. It felt like they were hoping that they would come their way instead of being ready to take them. And now Liquid are back in this game. Should close to a 2-round gap here.
3rd timeout, Mara on the mic.
And now a smile on Daps's face. Haven't seen that in a while. Maybe even all game.
There's a lot to be happy about here. It does feel like the potency of IHC is definitely waned. This second shot as well. Techno just wise to take the fight, but not ready for Yakinda.
It looked like they did have the right idea when they wanted to flash and fight, but once they heard the half-wall flash and the footsteps, I think they were scared for a B execute. So, well, we should just wait instead of running out into this. But that indecision ended up costing the Mongolian side.
Score's Deagle's been boosted, or was. Kinder a bit too close now and can run him down. He's going to farm. Looking for his 13th. Got it. And 14th, perhaps even on the agenda as well.
Yeah, you can see just if you're going to make any of those little pedestrian-style mistakes, Kinder will punish in the corner. Score gets pipped at the post. Kinder starting to come alive now on this T side. Very, very active in some of these banana fights. And Naf is already worried about the flank. So as bLitz thinks he's getting the jump on them, Naf's getting the jump to another kill. 21 in total. Just Annihilation and Bartak to find here.
Comical exchange. Long range. Just the MAC-10 and the USP. Nitro's been given the license to hunt.
So we have the exact same map pools on both streams. The exact same order.
And how's the scoreline? How synced up are we? Oh, it's pretty close.
Pretty close. Yeah.
Pretty close.
If you want to check that out, you guys can head over to the ESL YouTube or twitch.tv/ESLCS if you want to check out the A stream. Plenty of ways to watch, plenty of ways to ingest your daily dose of Counter-Strike here. I believe it is Saturday, the 4th of February, 2023. I say with conviction.
But it is currently 2022, the time.
Oh, wow. What a coinky-dink.
Just figured we'd be more specific as we possibly could. There we have.
Do you know, there's no CT and Sendere, not a single one.
Do you know that is rather peculiar?
Very rare.
Yeah. Sign of the times for IHC. 4 here, and your Kinder gets away with his frag.
And it's bLitz as well, traditionally an A-holder.
Already your Kinder might be suggesting.
Ooh.
Techno, that's info.
Hello.
And a freebie. Nice. Takes down your Kinder, finishes what bLitz had started.
Good restraint from Techno there to wait for that to plume. Now they can try and get a move on, but Bartak will be under a lot of scrutiny here.
Nice. Found himself an AK-47, thanks to his nades handiwork.
He's actually hung around way too long already here, but look at this call. IHC have kept so many bodies towards B. This is interesting. What a read.
Coming for the re-clear, and they're going to get a whole lot more than they bargained for. Back and forth. Still, it's Score, who leaves with the advantage. Charging now with what remains up the guts of middle. Bartak on Moto will have a chance on this short cross if he wants to.
Smoked off now.
Ahead of it. We'll have vision on the clear. Nitro not ready. Bomb is down and Naf to clutch. Threatening as always. Looking to plant at the bare minimum. Nade from Annihilation. Not on the mark, but enough. As Score comes in from short, we will see an IHC CT round. And not just going to see a Liquid run. Admittedly, 3 in consecutive fashion. It was starting to look like cause for concern, but it does seem the CT side going to have threat. And just recovering what weapons they can on that defuse.
It is still so curious. I wonder if this is from their prep, that they know, like, if Liquid lose banana control, that they're always going to return to try and grab it back here. Because the fact that Techno stayed in front of half wall as the smoke was already starting to fade, I got a little bit quizzical. But then you look at the radar, and he has company, and that was really well handled. So out of the box, indeed, a nice one there from IHC, but Liquid, even though the scoreline for IHC is getting close to that magic number of 16, a lot of cash for them to splash for another purchase, and even an oSee AWP. Annihilation can't afford one of those right here, right now.
Like this. Aggressive posturing from oSee. Acknowledging in an interview not too long ago that sometimes he has to be the one to make those plays. And yeah, they are going to bring the pain. Charging down Banana. Techno. Score onto oSee. That AWP does nothing. Completely nullified by the nade. And now Liquid, yeah, alarm bells continue to ring.
This is good Counter-Strike, right? The decision-making, the thought process, the util usage. IHC, they're playing some good CS.
Yeah, this is not gimmicky. Techno even confirming that was an AWP.
It's good ideas. It really is. It's hard to fault some of the decisions, and some of the plays that they're making are very well informed, whether it's a gamble, whether it's a read, whether it's preparation.
I mean, they beat Furia. They're competitive here against Liquid. I mean, we're still investigating what the ceiling of this team is.
Well, that's the thing. We knew that they were a team that tried to play European Counter-Strike with the defaults and the decision-making. Oh, gonna get hot here.
Actually okay on that. They'll throw a second, which doesn't really spell too too much. Success!
Oh!
Ouch! Score handed his ass by Nitro. Rotate fast. bLitz trying to get that flash to delay, but not going to stop the crawl. Not going to stop the Nitro plant. 20 seconds as they look to extend that clock. By virtue of the plant.
Bartek's still in pit right now. His rotation a country mile away here, and he has the kit. Oh, the fight forward. bLitz has just gone on his own.
Yeah, Nav was isolated. Great flash from Annihilation. Now, expecting one new box.
And there'll be Molly for it as well.
That's going to force the fight. Nitro has to go wide, and again,
Oh!
Nitro, what a round! Holy, rolling back the years.
Give us that one, please.
Yeah, let's rewind, let's replay.
Oh, what was that? Bang, bang, bang.
Quad kill out of Nitro. Bails out Liquid just as IHC was starting to manifest greatness.
He was playing an aim trainer right there.
Let's see this again. So this is how they started to work their way back into B, but with bLitz finding the frag, Nitro gets mollied out, 60 HP, bang, see ya, nerds. Woo!
He couldn't believe it. Yeah, that is a highlight right there.
Yeah, get Shrek'd.
Bit of a stunner from Nitro.
Yeah, the pain keeps coming now. You're in the right place, but you ain't got the right weapons. Nitro's coming. The Jaws theme tune starts to play.
He just doubled his kills in that one round.
Yeah, here comes some more. He says as Annihilation day. Certainly not the round. Clothesline by Yakinda.
Good clear. No risk being taken there by Naf, of course. As we see this claw now to a one-round game in the favor of IHC still, but...
I saw Daps talking to the admin, and my first assumption was he's just going, did you see what you just did? No, seriously, man. No, yeah, it was 2. Yeah, C2. Yeah, they mollied him. Yeah. Damn. All right. Well, only a single round separating them, as we discussed. IHC closing out what was a nice and competitive first half, and with a pistol win, they're certainly still in the conversation. But Liquid have managed to close the gap. The discrepancy remedied. This could be good. Annihilation is flashed off. This works from almost every time.
Oh dear.
Yep. Don't do it again, you madmen! Oh, Yakinda's gonna punish. Any mistake as 180 out of Techno keeps them on their toes. Liege with the pre-fire, revolting.
Needs
Score
another.
needs another. Can he step up? Ugh, not enough. Just jiggled out. Misses his chance, and now, well, the site is lost. And I assume the round to follow.
Ruthless by Liquid, right? As soon as they understood what they were up against right there, they just pressed the issue, right? They're throwing bodies at that. It's very risky, but the fact that they could jiggle out those shots, apply that pressure, score, just feeling the heat. Bartek and bLitz really should not be considering going for this. I know Bartek's here investigating, but you can't risk giving up any of these rifles here down the home stretch. You need to stay as potent into the next round of play as you can. Loss bonus 2,900. Silent Stem 4's on that cheaper side of things, so a conversation to be had. Both of these individuals could drop rifles. They have residual utility left over. Techno could go MP9 again, but they'll be operating with some sacrifices. You can see here as well, Naf just making sure that that AWP doesn't get blown away in CT by the bomb in case somebody was close enough to scoop that up. Just make sure that it likely gets blown in towards that closet corner. It's little things that count here. But this was it. You bang on. I thought Annihilation saw something after the initial little whoopsie off of the boost there, but obviously not. And that's twice where boosts have cost them. One on what was just a round with a deagle, and on now a very key gun round. And that is going to force the fourth and final timeout. So both teams expending all 8 across the board here within 24 rounds of play. So the last opportunity for Mara and Daps, respectively, to tune on in. And now they'll be flying with the reins of the in-game leaders and teammates here for the rest of map number 1. Remember, we have Overpass up next and then Mirage as the third and decider if we do need it.
Again, I like the decision-making out of IHC. You can see Techno's actually opted to just buy a Kevlar vest so as to be a potential supplementary M4 holder.
Yeah, and I can understand this call too, because if they did buy in the fashion I was explaining, it would be weak. Right now, if they just take this, they still have a couple of rifles to work with, and everybody can full buy next round.
Yeah, you might want to try and set these riflers up. It's Bartak towards the A side of things, and you get to see a very aggressive blitz. I say very aggressive. He is just trying to try and jiggle in this off angle. Yakinda's been very successful. Oh! Off the flash, doesn't commit to the spray. He's blind as a bat, and now down, and now on the retrieve. Score is gone, and so is the rifle. Straight into the B site with a double. Techno will smoke him off, at least maintains control of the bomb site itself, but top banana is lost. And so is Bartak, both rifles.
That was a bit too easy, wasn't it?
Yeah, a little too easy.
I know we had the highlight of bLitz the other day with that only AK on the CT side, where he just bopped everybody. He was like just dry swinging. I think he was attempting to replicate that, but you could see just the amount of utility dedicated to help get Yakinda up banana there. And Yakinda now is really sprung to life. 22 kills. Trying to get himself up towards the top of the scoreboard.
Yeah, going to have to chase Naf. 26, closing in on the 30 in regulation.
Entertaining game of Counter-Strike nonetheless here. It's not the blowout that I think was in the weather report coming into today's opening game. Here's that full buy. All the bells and whistles available here for IHC. But is this going to be them rolling over? Only 3 rounds so far on their CT side.
My one request would be to see the fight on B not determine the round.
Okay.
That's
well,
all.
you might not get that.
Yeah, I know. Because Yakinda's coming again. And
It's like late checkout. You can't always get it.
Yeah, it would be nice though, wouldn't it? And as I say that, Score and Techno do fall into a more passive setup.
It is an issue, however, that all 5 members of Team Liquid are at the base of Banana. So with full Banana control, no real resistance and slight pressure, you could probably force out a whole lot of util here.
Yeah, he's got the retake smoke for top banana control. If he times it right, maybe they'll have to respect it. Pretty firm maybe, though, as, yeah, they're already up.
Notice how they've taken this without too much util this time around, and last round there was just a bucket load of flashes. They're going to push.
Yeah, ahead of the util. This is awkward now. Good push. Oh, my goodness. Techno could have had more. It's Score with 2 of his own. oSee committing. Tagged up by the nades. Slow in the mud as Score needs to time
Flash
this next
coming.
fight. Good. Oh, he was good for it, but a no vision quick scope out of oSee. The round is on. Like Donkey Kong, Naf would need to do a lot here. If oSee even finds another one, I mean, the second contribution was nonsense. Does he get a third? Yes, he does! bLitz walks in, and oSee looking to close, looking for 14. Against the odds, against it all.
Ooh.
It's Bartak good for the first, but still Naf lives on. And an instant bloom, that is beautiful. As they will secure the round, we go 13 apiece. And good grief, I got scared for a moment there.
I'm still trying to work out how oSee got that kill while flashed and scoped.
Yes.
Right? I was expecting if he was in transition like that for it maybe to be a no-scope while blind out of nowhere. The fact it was a scoped kill, yeah, fair enough. But this time the defense, the pressure came. That molly right there was such a nuisance. 3 kills coming in behind that. Oh, he didn't seem that blind at all, did he?
No, flashed as hell, just a quick scope. A reaction quick scope straight to that new box player. Brilliant out of oSee. 13-13.
Have to do this the hard way, though, IHC. Liquid have money for days, at least another buy or 2, and this is a change. Aggression.
Ballsy. At such a break point of the game, and down goes oSee. Yakinda for the trade. He needs this one and delivers it.
Annihilation has been spotted here and slightly tagged up. This one could get chaotic. Banana push coming through as well. More pressure across the map as Naf might have the only gap right now available. Nobody's watching apartments here for IHC, but will he take the risk? It's a big gap as an extremity player to try and push through, especially with so much time. And so much util. Yeah, take your time. Allow the chaos to subside here for a second. That's a missed smoke.
Yeah, and they've actually just sent Annihilation with all of his smokes, bells, and whistles back over to B for the solo hold. Interesting setup now. We haven't seen, or rather Liquid haven't seen, a setup like this into the A take, but it may not be that first letter after all. Yakinda for the reflash to get that space. Annihilation reveals the orb. You can see already licking their lips. That may be a solo orb.
He's setting up the half-wall util here, but it might be too late. Needs to drop it immediately. There's the smoke. Here's the molly.
Implies he's not alone. Or just did some parkour. Nitro forced to use his smoke just to survive. Didn't want to go wide.
This is all on Annihilation. There's no rotation.
It's all on Annihilation. A master of his craft on the big green, but Nitro's better. Into the open B site and essentially call it 14. Do you really want to go? Come on, Techno, back in your box.
Yeah, it has to be. Just has to be here. And again, so an element of this, when the rounds we were praising earlier for IHC, we were like, oh yeah, these were good calls or good reads. This makes it look like good gambles, right? And you're going to get lucky sometimes. This time round, they hedged on the fact that it might be that A finish, and it's not the case. And if you are Liquid, you do have residual money, which we highlighted at the start of this round. You can see here that we're talking about 7K on most players, if not more. Why not get involved and look for a kill or two? You've got 14 confirmed. You take away these rifles, you know that you're going to put IHC in financial squalor. So they are having a look now. Yakinda, bomb's about to go off, so it might be a little bit too far away to do too much damage. Yeah. Stay tucked now, boys. And they will all stay alive here. I can confirm that.
Oh, how the turntables.
Great recovery, though, the mental. Remember for how long the question would be around Liquid and them having mental collapses and really just losing out in matches where they shouldn't. And this is them staying stoic, right? Knowing the chips are down, and Yakinda even starting to fire the troops up. You can hear those yells echoing. So another attempt here from IHC with the saved weapons and some purchases, but they need to find a round, or this game is going to run away, and this will be the one that was oh so close.
I love that we're seeing constant different attempts out of these CTs, though. This is a different attempt. Again, an Annihilation onto Nitro. He's ready for more. He doesn't get it. 2 in the boiler. Are you still willing to boost up now already? One slips the net. Nav could come hunting. Oh, dear. Need the trade. Bartak gets it. He's in travel. That's trouble. Annihilation is 2, misses his shot, and yeah, we're starting to see the pressure get to them, I think.
Setup looked good.
It did.
It just looked so flustered there as soon as Annihilation lost that line, and now I think Yakinda will make sure he takes everything away.
I didn't quite catch it, but it felt like Naf somehow slipped past the boost, which...
Because they turned. Because as soon as they both turned, the bottom guy could have... Okay, staying alive. The bottom player could have turned and addressed the issue. The top player could have kept looking towards Boiler and Halls.
And as soon as he slipped, that was when the pandemonium really kicked in. It's like, oh god, okay, balcony, what do we do? Nightmare.
Look, Annihilation was torn between helping his teammates or selling them down the river. Neither option fantastic, because at that point, not only are they susceptible to the push from mid, Long's also open. So you have to give up something.
Oh, yeah.
Too many decisions to make in too short of a time span, and these are the moments where Liquid have truly punished.
Yeah, and it feels like that would be the kind of subheading of this second half. Punishing those mistakes. Running you down when you miss that shot. And making the best of a bad situation. Liquid are now in prime position to take IHC's map.
Yeah, here it is.
Away.
Look, the boost no longer in play. They were both looking in the wrong direction. They have to know Naf's coming. He defaults in that position more often than not.
And just that WS bait, just barrel, Annihilation down, round 1. Okay, they need 2 in a row. IHC have not yet posted 2 rounds in consecutive fashion since the pistol on this defense. And now they've got to do it to take us to overtime. Oh. Elige. He wants it done in regulation. Annihilation down. Elige running around and running in circles. As, oh my god, oSee just killed their leader. And Bartak for good measure. The site now open.
Gotta go for this one.
No harm, no foul, but yeah, it's just the 2 of them. Techno score. All of that hard work, a 9-1 start. And now they have to retake. And a man disadvantage tagged on the way in. Techno and score. Not going to get anything off of this boost, and losing potency with every passing second. Yakinda's coming to finish the job from Long, and that'll do. Liquid, resilient, stalwart, stoic. Lock it down. Inferno is theirs. IHC, curveballs, aggression, and a solid approach, but not enough against the top dog like Liquid.